And he was just holding fault line in case there was a rapid play at the beginning. Now, they don't realize that Sentinels have cooked all the way forwards here past the smokes, and 2 shots to the body, that'll do the job. A lot of damage done by Digizine, and the follow-up is there from on high. Tui's trying to, just depends on the timing that he's willing to take here with a paranoia. An attempt to push past this one, doesn't spot anybody, was sidestepped in time. And here's a few shots as well, rattled off by Bang from the side. Every single one counts here for Sentinels. Time is of the essence, Loudy to get a bit of a move on, and definitely finding the kills now. John QT has to be that pivotal playmaker. He can't really reveal his position anyway. Still lands that first one. Half onto the defuse anyway, but all covered over the shoulder by Luch. Be a danger here, Outlaw in hand. That's going to be ramp control, all taken up. Show? Yeah, it spotted it. Okay, Zelsis removed off to the side. There's plenty more targets here. Pancada surely has got to assist. Guns are going to be ricocheting, flashing to the side. That's a gun reclaimed. 2 players dropped, falling. Slightest at gaps as well, so Digis needs to have to play himself in there, but the flash and the peak, it's mistimed ever so slightly. He's just spotted it with those scopes! Not landing for Digizine! Off to the side here, bang! What space reclaim! Loud will play into them.
Got a flash here to clear Lucho.
Yeah, he's going to be
taking
gone.
a really deep position. Oh,
Yeah, well,
they've got a really fast timing.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, caught unaware, on the timing here, and they know there's an additional player. Exchange of the weaponry, but a fault line to supplement again, and that Outlaw! Pass and hands exchanged into seconds.
It only just got into his hands,
Yeah.
right in time to shut that down.
Makes good usage of it.
They've been able to spring the trap just 2 seconds earlier. John would have fallen with it in his pocket.
Bancada worked himself into a 4 position here. He'll either do some damage or go down to the spike, but he's being hunted. Second making sure there's full clearance around, and yeah, none the wiser. So 4 players surviving this one up, and now he's stunned up doubly so. In fact, has to drop down into vents as an aftershock. No more means of escape, but he still manages to lock down the 1 kill. Bit more anarchy now thrown into it, and with that Outlaw in the hands of Zelsis, Digizine on that half armor. Not much long for the world. Pancada has to be the playmaker now from this position here, tucked to the side. Will he be cleared? It's half clearance at best, but the instantaneous trade-off from Sentinels now. Both trying to exit through CT. Very difficult last. The Salvos are going to be clearing most of the way in through backside. That's a peek from Zekken. Instant with the punish. Off to the side, not anticipating that high ground angle, and Zeltis playing on it. John QT plays off of it. Bad buy. Smoke isolates it. Both flash going to be expended. As you already said, very bad buy indeed. Loud still going to be committing an abundance of util to try and make an attempt at least of this round. Already flooding out towards the fight. That's Pancada hitting off some beautiful shots. Damage done. Absolutely absurd work from Pancada. Digizine joined by the sides here. They've got Sentinels corralled into the corner. And Pancada,
Does he have time? Yes.
pulls it out. Circle shrinking down.
I think he's got it.
Oh my!
Lucio in this hard anchor position as well.
Yeah, isolated, he's just trying to weave in and out as well, but it's too much to avoid. It's pressed up by the drone, stunned up on top of it. Zekken in through the bikes, all in thunder forwards! Zekken's not to be denied.
Perfect. Immaculate, just as they drew it up there from Sentinels. Everybody from Loud crunched.
2 years just bumbling into the walls there, uncomfortable into the spot in a situation. There's a pick your poison spot. He had salvos at the back feet. And Digizine, he wants to hold on to this off. He's not going to get a chance to. Jump spot, sees it, noise cues made. Zekken does not care. Just like that.
At that point, yeah, they're making some fairly desperate moves right now.
Well, here's an aggressive fight. It's a blade storm into the hands of Digizine, trying to make a move for it. Banks punish with the TP. Stun connects, but Narrate straight from behind. Evens out at least that exchange, but still Loud have made out almost like bandits. Now there's no guns to be reclaimed here. The space is rapidly taken up once more by Sentinels, and they're looking to punish it even further. Holding that. Util and ult in the hands of Kawazine. Holding that is way too delayed. There's already players in your face! John QT just laying claim and laying siege down to the site.
The ultimate direction as well was to push people into the site.
That's too slow.
They weren't ready.
That speed, tempo increased it. Sen just inserted there. As you said, they weren't ready for it. Pancada. Seen miracle rounds for him, but listen, Guardian in hand. Just spots the 1 player. No one from Sen's going to be giving him anything here. everything.
A lot more difficult for 2Es and DG.
Senna trying to put the pinch on. As you said, it's going to be a really difficult spot for the Jazeen and 2Years to be playing in. 2Years has to be the one to push back this presence out through vents. He's already found that first kill, and now we're seeing the scurrying on the other side of things here. Sentinels are the ones who are looking for a few more available options. There's only 25 seconds left into this round, and where are you seeking to end here? Over towards the B side, but the pit in your face, an orb in your face on top of it, and plenty of bodies. Loud have sent in the reinforcements. TP across from Bang. There's no supplementary fire, no trade inside here, and straight through the pit as well. Murky depths, desperation from Zelsis. Peppered down from the shorty in hand. He's the pin holding it all together here. There's a clone in your face, not going to be baited by that one too much, but running straight forwards. I mean, slow to a crawl. Second just shrugs off the bullets. Takes Luxo straight out of the picture.
Another warrior steps up. Pancada, can he get it done?
Yeah, would be main control here. He needs to, but too many angles to really anticipate across the plates of these players here. They're sighted up. That's going to be the rolling fund, and it cuts up most of the side in return. Response instantaneously from it, but 2Years is isolated out on an island there. Not too much chances for him. Kawazine almost just going down from a bit of the stray damage and spam in the midst of it. Still that heaven smoke fading away. There's chances to be a fight to be taken. Pancada offers himself up to the podium.
All missiles away.
Can't quite finish it off though here. Still 3 left to stand and just a bit of spam through the pit. It's all layered down.
Navigating around the operator pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Setting up second for some big entries and utilizing ults pretty brilliantly.
Still trying to take this op out of his hands. It might be in. Gets to make ramp control once more. Allow us starting to maneuver a bit more pieces into place. An attempt to try and defend this one. And oh, well, Luxo is just right in front of his own wall as well. Sidestepping alongside Zekin, doing a bit of a dance. Down over towards heaven control though. There's a paranoid to sweep and clear onto the one side as well. Give a bit more peace of mind and drop it down. Down to hell. This is Luxo just trying to support as well. Offloading with the bullets from on high, down low. Quick exchange here. Sentinels are being squeezed. Pancada approaching from the side. His coverage into the fire, but John QT now last alive. Left alone into this spot here, into the 1v. Here, your chances of winning the round essentially north at this point. Spotted out. 8 seconds left. You'd have to get a bit of a move on. There's 2 players waiting to receive. So Loud do find themselves a bit of playing it passive over towards B, but this is far more aggro. Control of B main, pretty critical at that as well. Putting the pressure and applying it hard onto Pancada. He's going to be dropping and falling here. And a quick peek just from the shoulder. Gives the acknowledgement here for Sentinels. They realize now, okay, there's an operator in play. So regaining that mid-control. Armageddon's going to be forced out. There's a slight gap in through the back of the side. But the Jazeen is going to be pushed forwards as a result. And the rate is going to be that level of awareness. Still trying to make a go of things. Laying claim down over towards the side. A wide face will not be helping out in the rate here, but site control given up, but they don't have B main. That's held down by Digizine. Smoke into your face as well. Bang's way ahead of it. Inserted himself, dominated that for a second to work off of salvos. Off and around to the side here. Stun ricocheting. Needs to land that shot, but slowed down entirely here. And Bang's position, noted from earlier. So that quick cleanup here from Loud. Good dissecting into their retake. They bring it up to 5, 7 to 5. It's, listen, nothing to...
Sentinels stacking the A side of the map, leaving B completely open. Really hard read.
Yep, quick dash as well. And wow, Snakebite's not going to be saving you from that spot there. The stun was picture perfect. Up through into heaven. This is Loud laying claim to most of this now. And Rate's just attempting to slow this one. A bit of a crawl. Salvos, preemptive. Space can be taken straight back up again, but it's a cautious engagement now. You can see both teams drifting and walking straight back into it. Reloads are heard, and this is going to be a bloodbath. Straight into the blender that's occurring. Right click in your face. No anticipation for it. Aftershock as well. Slight miss onto the corner, hopping straight over, and it's through. Kawazine shows presence. Potentially a bit of a bait and switch as well with a salvage as well. You're going to run on, and with the footsteps, okay. Lots of targets there for Luxo to potentially take care of, and Kawazine just not anticipating that Bang was just hanging back. Holding to be that extra element into the play. Now it's planned for Pancada off to the side here. Smoke in his hand, but the fault line is going to be causing a bit of delay in a tap. Not quite a tap, it's a full stick at this point. It needs to be that coverage and defense in order. That's Bang that presses that advantage. Second with the Outlaw, but he's not going to be receiving too much of the danger. Loud all very much stacked up, and Bang just taking a peek as well, just as the stun phase, but he only gets the one for his trouble. Instant re-clear here, called by Sen. They don't want to give up that gun. Instead, the site is taken up by Loud.
And they know that they're going to try to defend this weapon, and so look at how much space Luxo gets immediately in screens.
Yeah, push all the way back and through in to the side. Zekin taking a few stray shots here. Heavy control is going to be given up as well. Bullets straight through the box as well. He's just trying to maneuver away and around from that wall somehow. Still gets John in the mix. Zekken still hanging back, still provides that supportive element. Just missing the timing onto the corner. Zelsis can't quite lay claim to that kill. 2v3 though still. SEN have heavy advantages into this one, and just on that stray shot, it's a bit of a gambit from Zelsis. He knows where the last is. Eager to sniff them out.
Getting Sentinels in these retake positions.
Good try.
It's something that's...
John's going to be instantly breaking that one, but a fault line off of just a connection there. Rebounds and ricochets, but can't survive. Stun just not quite connecting there into that point. It's good by Loud, and now looking to speed this one up. There's a cloud burst into your face, but still going to get access into the side. Some straight shots to the Outlaw. Zekken praying he can get a cheeky pick off. Doubled up, that's unorthodox here from Loud in terms of the hold. And peeking out through the smoke, there was no play for Zelsis there. He heard the plant going down and was hoping that he could take that timing.
Can Narrate recover the rifle? Because Zelsis just kind of ran in there with the Bulldog. Narrate would love to have that one back. And Luxio invents, playing as that backstab at all times,
Yeah, it's
if
an
they
insurance
need it.
policy, isn't he? And yeah, well, just about sniffed out here, but Bang wasn't ready for it. At this point, it is a sealed up round for Loud.
Yeah, very clean. Exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they needed.
SEN are still going to be making it nice and awkward, or at least applying a bit of pressure in the end. Betrayed, just by the foot, but too many tangos. Okay, we're going to go for it anyways. The salvos to try and force the issue and push all the way into your face. Narrate. Bit of spam, side by side, shoulder to shoulder with the IGL. Good clearance there with a drone out to the side. Gets the acknowledgement, they know that there's players, and Loud are trying to at least make an attempt.
Second's anchor position on site is so tough to deal with.
And not just that, I mean, it's an anchor smoke that's being laid down for him, and that's beautiful. Still flashed up into the moment. Gonna deal with this one, and running gunning is ordered up. It's exactly what he needed. Still Flash is connecting. He's running a mockery over the round, and in full control of the site.
If he feels like he needs more information, may end up... I mean, he doesn't go for the peek, he goes for the drone and spots a bunch of them.
A lot of suppression as well, and just as the smoke blooms into the face of Bang, won't deny him that kill. Kawazine dropped into the moment. 38 seconds left. TP up to the top and to the high ground. It needs to be a plant in order to use. Going to oblige, help out the team with that one. Getting ourselves into the post plan. This is full heaven control here for Sentinels. Loud very much trapped out onto the site. Luxio realizes the importance. Needs to hold down to main control. He's basically the only thing stopping this team from getting in. And Zekken, like a thief in the night, a fox in the pen. Gets all the way into the back lines and leaves it just down to 2Es now. Flash has to be dodged, but the double face up. Moving.
I mean, neither's Luxio though. They're both just scrapping with each other over on this A side, but Luxio's called in reinforcements.
And Digi's just wandering around in through mid here. There's going to be that double face off the Flash. Zekken this time appreciating the threat. Makes a bit of a move backwards now, holding his ground and holding it down indeed. Stalwart defender with some util to help him out. Lining up these players, but just not enough bullets for the job really at hand still. The rest of Sentinels happy to step straight back into the fight once more. Filling in the gaps, and that's an incredibly difficult ask now. 2Es into a 1v2. ISO's the one, Guardian in hand, just needs a second. Celsius, position noted. 2Es!
Pick that Loud were hoping for.
Cover going out.
You're going to be going into the A side, you're going to be meeting again Zekken. He's tucked to the corner, tight is the angle. That's a difficult one to land there. Digizine doubled up with a cloud burst, office cycling. Mousewell through all sorts of util, paranoia sweeps. He's going to be potentially catching a bit of friendly fire onto Digizine, but I think he sidesteps it and bang, an attempt to TP past it. It was cheeky, leaving Sentinels now into 3v4. They are being stalled out entirely here.
There's so much util still kept in the back pocket from 2Es and Kawazine. That's one of the problems with Sentinels playing off-site, playing the retake so often.
Time is ticking.
It's over at this point.
SEN very aware of the fact that they're going to be losing this round, but that was...
Catch that Digizine was also in this area, I think. But Narrate is still getting called over to help anyway.
And JoQT, got to be that playmaker into that spot here. This is Loud. Doing anything at this point.
30 seconds left.
Trying to find a path to victory. Once
is all a fake, by the way.
Forwards, a fake, and making moves. Bang, bang! Hold up, does not anticipate that there's more players waiting for him. It's all over the place in the end. Still Loud are going to be happy with it. We'll see it. How does it work out? It's damage done. Here's the fault line, here's the salvos all the way through, and aftershock as well. Why not? They throw it into the mix. Luxio's taking that timing. Celsius trying to maneuver past the orb just before it goes down. Peeking, Shorty! Okay, and there's a follow-up.
Oh, that's brutal.
Into his hands. Clone is going to be active now. Stunned up and has to gate crash all the way back out. All of his util really expended into the moment, and Lucio still holding it down over towards Heaven. Gives up a lot of the space here, but he's just peeking out wide, and he's actually given up his life as a result of it here. Pancada now steps up to be that playmaker.
That was really bold from Narrate. He just walked straight through the snake bite, disrespected it.
Okay, Pancada does claim his kill. It's going to be a thorn in the side of Sentinels if they want to try and play this retake effectively. So Zenkin already realizes it. Himself going for potential with a re-clear. Stray shots. Pancada's revealed himself. Now wide to the sides. Guardian's just not the weapon at hand to try and take that duel.
One of the big rounds, the big chances for Sen to close.
Bank's going to be feeling the heat soon enough. Stray bullets and spam. Kawazine has been dropped. Fences push back this approach. It's all contact plays up to now. Allowed.
Walk out from Luke.
Trying not to make any noise. Luke is all the way out. And wide with the heads. Just peeking out to the side here. There is that return of the fire out towards the back of the side. Luke show. Demonic in the moment. Someone single-handedly trying to shut this one all the way down. Just backpedaling away to Jazine. And G, I think. Spam is going to be the name of the game here for Sentinels. They've already laid claim to just the one, but the pit is still standing out towards the back. This is Luke Show. You can see position. Crouched up. He's got a haircut for free with that one. Shredded with bullets towards the back of the side, but still, as long as the pit is up, the safety and the round should be locked up entirely. Good awareness. But this rookie player of Loud inserted into this roster when there was little hope for the more.
Last player standing.
It's a string of rounds now that realistically have been put together.
Ultimate to work with, but we could say that about both of the teams. They're starting to get pretty close to that. Could see some crazy post plan.
Sound Cues, I think, is waiting. One way as well. The setup feels familiar, but here's a flash play at a peak, and that was dodged entirely. Not sure what happened to the flash. Maybe we got 8 by the wall. Bit of the geometry. Armageddon to try and set this one up already. Narrate as the slightest of off angles, and the TP forwards into the cloud burst. Needs to be careful. Util out into his hands already with a stun. Lay it down, hopping around into the corner. Stun. We're not denying that kill at least, but still it's traded out instantaneously. But Bang from behind, trying to do more. Rips away to it, Elias, make it 3! And will he grab the 4 for the 1v1? Yes, he will! He forwards as well into that smoke. This is a familiar play. I've seen this one before. I've seen him already take that side control. Re-clear is going to be caught for, and that's Loud just looking for the play to be made. Salvos and the fault line. Slows down the approach at least for Sentinels, but it's still a 4v4 and a fight towards the flank. Narrate needs to win this one, and he just catches that timing. Already aware of the fact that Digizine was going to be lurking around that spot and position.
Yeah, nice aggressive positioning.
Oh, Loud have got to do it all with just 3 players remaining. There's a TP forwards, and that's going to be into the smoke. Second quick to lay claim to that area, the map, at least to try that spot here. And just 2 players left to stand here. Shoulder to shoulder is Loud in a 2v3. Time starting to tick though and get away from them. Sen realize it. How do you win this round? Feeling the squeeze, a lot of tension now from them. And the plant onto the corner as well, it's picture perfect. So you can jump into the air all you like. You're not winning this round out if you're Loud. He realized there's a trap play off of it and he wanted to trigger it and get out.
Hate to lose some of these sprays.
And still going to be holding to the side, just about cleared in time. Skips backwards, Zelsa's still going to be getting 1 though.
DG crossed up his own teammate there. Kawazine didn't know what to look at. A spot here where really you just don't want to feed John QT his ultimate.
No. Players and bodies are flooding back into this one like Loud want to really take and make a go of this one. Luke Show's already got the one there. Smoke cuts up a section of it, getting a bit of ground now, gaining it forwards. This is for Loud, already finding it, and the pistol's doing some decent work indeed. Luke Show left into that 1v1, him versus Narrate, and plan position just off to the side here. Still capable for Narrate to try and make something for it. Drops him down, how expensive. Is that a rebel fight? This is going to be carnage occurring. TP's up and around. Pancada, he's barely alive on a shred of health, and a bit of spam will supplement that one easily, sending him straight to the grave. Any attempt from Digizine swiftly just brushed off the table.
And this wall set up right from the beginning of the round to allow a B pivot.
Luke Show! They line up for him! And he'll happily spray them all the way down!
This is nothing.
That's up! It's like timing, but Senna looking to just fake the presence. Second inserted, the rest of his team now walking all the way. Yeah, what is that?
Is that a pre-fire? There's no way his reaction times are that fast.
It's crazy. Luke Show, though, stepping all the way back up here, in through the smoke. He just spotted the barrel off to the side here, and he hears it. Rumbling at the footsteps, and he's just missed the timing onto it once again! Oh, the whippage at play. Could have been set up for brilliance once more. But for Sentinels, they're going to take that one happily as a bit of an in. Aftershock to try and push back the blue room presence. Stun's going to be ricocheting now, and it goes both ways. Digizene's going to be getting his team all the way back in. It's a beautiful one, along with a flash. Supplementary is the util, and the kills are not looking too hot here, but they're looking to try and overwhelm. Swarm these players with the pistols in hand. Close quarters is what it demands. Near side here, Rolling Thunder cuts it up from the side. Luke Show, his job is just to try and contain all the way up through and to the side. He's the only one not falling prey to most of this util, but also online. Earned up. And Zekken once more, he wants to try and galvanize the round. Even the adjustment and snapback from the rate. He has 2 years from a father with a fault line held. Drone to clear this, and here's the danger, and here's the stun. So, spring the trap. Pancada now is going to make another go of this one here with a near side. Lots of targets to choose from here, but the Util's going to be pushing him back out and wide into the open, and the Salvos is taking out Zekken. Kawazine
Down, C.
just picks up the moment. Navigate around this pit slowly and steadily. This completely changes the game though, and it turns into a game of these timings here. Attempt to punish, denied. Pancada can't lay claim to that kill. Just weaving in and out. TP's in through the back as well, and he's on that high ground perfect as he drops down, just not favored for it in the rate. Happy to just absolutely slice them up. Attempt to trigger it. And here it is, fault line, Salvo's off to the side. They've seen this one, it's a familiar scene. Bang! He's barely alive, single digits. John QT just holds down that one avenue.
How'd he survive?
Ensures it, not too sure at all. Just shredded at 2 bits. But Sentinels are the ones who are finding their way forwards. Outlaw shot gone wide and missing, but there's a shotgun to the face. No surviving that.
This
He's going re-exploring.
has just missed the timing though by the look of things. Zekken still holding the angle. And Luke, without the armor, is going to go down immediately. Hard for Loud to get a good read on where exactly they should be stacking if they want to close these rounds out quickly.
Yeah, just trying to be unpredictable. In the midst of this one, he's causing all sorts of confusion. 2 years, 2 years. Onto the timing, and he's just about missed it! Bang! Just pounces and strikes back, and this guy, the fox in the pen once more.
He's pulling all of this attention towards himself.
Look at him.
And Sentinels will have a free walk into B.
Oh, he just misses the timing himself. Listen, swings and roundabouts. All now over towards B main, onto site. Big ults online. Steel Garden avoided. Armageddon is the next layer of this one. How the hell do you avoid it? You gotta skip forwards instead. Into Digizene, waiting. Rifle in hand here. And I'll push straight out of the picture. The rate just isolated out of the fight. There's no way he can win that from that spot. Now, Loud so far being tested a few times onto their B retake. Just an attempt at stall from these Loud players, really, but they're just looking to hold their ground a little bit further. Still suppressed up to Digizene. Do you dare really overstep yourself here and take this fight? It is actually pretty perfect. Tracks well onto the angle, but he's opened himself up to Zelsis. Instant response from Kawazine. Rolling Thunder now. And you're vulnerable up, yet Kawazine still delivers. Stun ricocheting down to the side, and that's a steady aim and steady hand from Luke Shaw. Look at it here. Very much set in stone. It's 2 years. He's holding on to a bit of util. Guns out potentially now. And there it is, faced up into the end. So, 2 years. Might attempt to slow them down. He's got that held down now. Fault line has the door open wide, and you've triggered a trap entirely! Digizene! My God, man! No!
My ult's ready.
Deep pivot, I think, is being thought about. Shock. No way, no way! Digizene!
Down A.
Just slips his way all the way past this one, and a few straight bullets again. He's near sighted. There's a collection. Bang follows up. Tiny windows of opportunity that Loud are happy to pounce on.
Yeah, Digizene swung inside of his own team's aftershock there. But Tui, speaking of which,
Oh my
completely
goodness.
caught dead to rights. Bang has been so opportunistic.
Ready for the timing, and here it is. Sending it flying forwards here as the three players get into spot. Along with the Salvos as well, wide open into the fight. Zelsis! He's done up dirty! We made out towards C-Mount again, just where the bodies are going. Flash potentially, here it is, fault line, glide to the side as well. You have to have a steady aim and a steady hand! Pancada! He's happy to just literally creeping around the map, hoping that they can find a weak spot in the defense of Loud. Snake bite as well, lane claim. Okay, there's a kill with Pancada falling.
That's just
to play in over towards B. Now the B retakes have been good from Lau, but it's an extra element that they might not be accounting for all the way through and to the side. And that is rapid from the rate. He's going for it. John at his side. And Luke Shaw now left to pick up those pieces. With the pit in his face already decayed down 2 single digits, and he's got an inclination and he's found it. With the pit drop down now wide, still it's a steady climb up the mountain, and a hell of a time and a task for Luke Shaw. He's going to try and isolate that fight. Hold on!
Beautiful.
Incredible peek at
You
that.
have to be smarter
The
than
now sticking, half already. Where's the follow-up? Narrate. Narrate expects it to just be fake info. That is... Not going to be slowed down here. Puts a bit of extra threat the Sentinels could be playing for this one. As the TP up close into heaven. Trying to take these fights straight to them. Loud. Regaining control of this one as the doors open wide. No corner clearance, I should say. Bang, though. Sees one of his own. Going to start an attempt to try and float all the way back in through this one. Bang. He's quick with the trades on top of
Really momentum in this game. It feels gone for Sen. There's been a streak of rounds for Loud.
Oh, the damage and the punish. It's a cheeky play overall from Sentinels. Looking to see if they can do anything at all. With classics in hand.
Luke with a ghost on the flank. He's taken down Zelsis.
He's going to be pushed.
Or
Luke's just going for
rather,
it.
specifically die in the way that they choose.
Luke Shaw, he's gone hunting. They denied in the end. Plant down now. No pushback. Off angle. Jump spotted around, and the stun connects. I believe onto both of the players. Yet Tajazine was slowed down himself as an aftershock out wide. Loud. They know exactly what to expect. Flushing these players out wide, but not anticipating the drop down there from John. Still up from the top. That's a quick trade indeed by Kawazine. The brunt of it. Zelsis is really overextending any sort of advantage that they're hoping to lay claim. And Luke Shaw.
He's so good at mopping up space when he knows it's uncontested.
Yeah.
He just takes it and so rarely gets punished.
Very good level of awareness from the newcomer to the Loud squad. TP up to the top. Missing the timing, but seeing the legs, and yeah. He's going to be chopping them off at the knees.
Second. Maybe with an Avenue actually here to take some kind of fight. And Narrate,
Hey,
that's just blind.
Yep.
He knows the Pancada was up there.
Didn't reposition 2 years, sticking that plan down.
If Kawazine gets caught, the round has a different flavor to it. He's really got to keep his position up here.
Yeah, Zekken though, he's making moves already. We're towards it with stun, blind, spots Kawazine out. No, he's there. One bullet fired towards him. What is that? Can't quite control the rifle into his hands though, so... yeah, okay.
Or do they go back and reinforce Mound? 4 players looking to fight Mound.
The rate's been left behind as well. That door's going to be opened up. That's an aftershock into the corner, but the stun is good. Even better than that! Come play into the hands of Zelsis. This is a complete mop-up, one would say here. Leave it just to Digizine, but those boxes are not much in the way of cover.
They had a one-way over towards spawn. Digizine had full information over towards spawn. And Loud made the decision there to go back and fight the flank. They committed resources to it.
From Loud, they weren't really eager to take control towards it. Another drone for the mid-round information. We're at the minute mark now, and Luke Shaw has usually been the player to try and lurk his way up. Zelsis is way ahead of most of this one here, but a util a little bit better now, and there's that return. Spotting all those bodies, making the call. An immediate attempt to try and pivot over towards C once more. Bang, looking to redeem himself, but just caught into the corner. There's no escaping that.
Loud with the player advantage. But they did get caught in a situation like this before. Do they know that there's nobody on the flank? Pancada is holding that position in a really deep angle this time. And they got to hear it right now. The stampede coming through, the flash
through.
and the peak.
In through the back as well. Slowly picking away this Sentinels retake. No smoke as well to obfuscate this one. It's planted for Mound on top of it.
Yeah, it's a slam dunk for Loud. They have Breach ultimate, they have Aftershock. Salvos are going to be coming back online. It's unlosable.
We're trying to clear most of this here, but as we've already mentioned, there's no safe avenue or angle whatsoever. That's a rolling thunder. Silver lining at the end of the day for Sen, but for Lau, and he potentially has put a movement. Oh my goodness! Happy feet indeed to Paranoia to try and push them back entirely, but Pancada has been picked 2 pieces. Bang! Supplemented, a bit of fire blindly into the smoke! And he follows up entirely. The pivot is called for, but steady aim and a steady hand from John QT.
Zekken's got to cover it with the op. And they have been trying to stop Luke Shaw from doing this the whole game.
Off angle. The rate's ready for it this time.
One of the first times we've seen him punished.
becoming quite predictable to a degree here. There's going to be that drone is broken in time. Fault line actually does connect onto both.
Yeah, Zekin's got to make sure he doesn't get caught by that. If there was a real follow-up there, both of the SEN players could easily be caught dead to rights.
Whoa! What? Well, you pulled that was the time to strike. He hears it. Tease. Committing it into the plant. Doesn't get it off. It's perfectly timed at that. There's a stun at the feet of the Jazine and the aftershock as well. Pushed them right out into the open. Prime for the taking is the lives of Loud. And still tip-tap to the side. Instant with the trade. John, it's been good for it right now. In the playmaker. Up into the hands of Bang, though. Will slow down how fast he can really hope to play this one. The smoke propped up into your face, Pancada.
Kawanzin's had a good reposition here.
Sticking, paranoia, forwards, dash forwards as well, and that TP off to the side as well. You're cutting it up, causing a little bit more confusion into the fight. Kawanzin onto that high ground approach to Salvos as well, and he reveals his hand at that still. Heads on a swivel from the Sentinels players. A lot of angles to watch for, a lot of angles indeed, but Bang, he's got it well trained, well versed with it, and a quick attempt tapping away with a rifle from Kawanzin, not enough to make the right. That's a big tag onto multiple players. Dodge at a flash on top of it. Lauda sticking around for this one, looking like they want to try and square up and posture, potentially out with the shoulders, and that's Bang. Head taken clean off. All's going to be dropping. John onto the angle, onto this line with the operator into your hands to see what you can possibly do, but he doesn't want to re-peek into it, and there's an off angle for you. Narrate. Getting a bit of a read in terms of how they're playing. Maybe not the intended target, but going to be happy with the kill nevertheless. 4v4 now. Salvo's out wide, and it's getting personal here, and it's getting tricky for Zekin. No gun out to really try and take that fight in time, and the Raid's still holding it up. On for the high ground here. There's an Armageddon, and slowed down. He's missed the timing onto it. Wanted to try and get his own ult off in time, but it's been narrowly avoided. Just dodged to the side. This is Loud in control. Jazine holding it down, just spots it. Perfect with a crosshair placement. Let's see if he can claim another. Was it ever in doubt? Rumble controllers essentially given up freely. And John QT's alone, isolated out towards tree. There's going to be that stun, ricocheting. And now, John's on a bit of an island. He needs a bailout fun right now here. And it's going to be Zelsis still dropped in a moment's notice. And the rate from the top. Ropes! That's just handled it.
30
Doesn't
seconds
seem
left.
possible.
No. Bang just right from behind there. Oh, yeah. Bullets flying forward. Still a lot of damage, but surely going to see the collection yet with the damage done prior. To be that straggler, and here it is, ult offloaded. We're going to see it overdrive, facing forwards into the blue room as well, and many targets, but cut away your guns, and there's not too much bite left to the task. Already out wide though, there's traces in your face, and 2 is able to at least lay claim just 2-1, but he's again isolated, and there's presence on every single front here from Sen.
Do not count Luke Show out though.
He's able to work magic in moments like this, but still, surely you got to think it's undoable. It's a high-low setup, bit of spam into the corner. Luke Show just eager to see if he can force these players out wide.
But Pancada with his teleport, with his ultimate, plenty of opportunities to get away from this.
Should be able to escape, and yeah, they're not hiding their intent. Pancada stands his ground. He was rooted to the spot. A bit of a denial of the space. It goes both ways here. Stalemate is called for, but only for a moment. Tempered and eager to draw blood. Kawanzin will not be denied from the perch, but finally with those trades, it's rapidly Sentinels collapsed upon. Loud doing all the damage in the world, and Zelsis is left to do it even more. He can't get it done. Map 3.
Just checking out to see if there's that classic mid-push on the pistol from the defenders.
Luke Show's ahead of this one, and it is cleared in time. Instant with it, and that's going to be the stun to lay it down. Zelsis dropped in a moment's notice, and a quick pivot on away. The Jazine's just trying to scurry towards the back of the side, and hopefully the defense at least arriving in time to try and supplement this one, and guns in hand. Making sure to really put an end to all of this one. The rate. How the hell are you going to try and pave away to victory? There's no possible way. He's got 70 health still left, alive with 4 bullets left and remaining. 2 players out wide into the open. Oh my God, this is getting messy.
1 HP. He should never have had a chance in this.
1 HP and a bloody dream with Loud. Health advantage, player advantage. Spike drop down into the middle of nowhere as long as they double up here. And with that discipline, yeah. Sails away into the sunset with that advantage. Sentinels, they have anything else up their sleeves? They're all grouped up towards the back of the side here. That's a big reveal. Spawn all sorts of them. Util is going to have to be expended here, but a shot darts, rebounding, ricocheting, and here comes the classics, and here comes the side swing of Zelsis. Straight bullets though, straight through the wall. Will be that answer back from Lau, but this is getting more than messy. This is getting downright dangerous. Drone up and over towards the top. Has to be that exit out of this one. Dart over and around. The timing to be avoiding and a bit of spam into the back. You're out of bullets. Mankata is barely alive. And in through the back. There's no surviving, surely. Mankata! No long for the world.
It's a really good idea on an eco. You hide from a recon dart, you get yourself in.
Potentially seeing it though. That's going to be that flash, or at least a stun coming through. Held down the line. Sentinels. They've got the guns this time. Facing into the corner to Jazeen. He's hoping. Oh, yeah. Got to be an indicator issue there. Maybe just stepping into the aftershock. He was hoping that they would just not look at him.
Yeah, I don't think there was too much more that he could have done in that situation. He's just got to tuck and hope. Cleanly dealt with by SEN. Right time again to try to challenge this in A lobby.
A lobby fight occurring. Sending it flying forwards here as well. This is hard committal with these bodies here, but the near side is going to over the paranoia. You can't escape your fate. Kind of dropped down by the former teammate, and Zekken might be paving away a bit further forwards here. Dash to the side though. Not quite there. There's a flash into the corner, narrowly avoided. Dodge due to Kawazine. Steps up to the challenge once more, round to the side. He's got those reinforcements arriving. Lucho sidestepping with the bullets. That's no rate. Answers back rapidly at that. And this guy, I mean, it's never ending.
Ledeski didn't really even get tested in that game. Was hoping that Loud would test him a little further. As yet, he stepped up to the challenge.
And we're seeing cheeky plays in order, of course. That's a rapid shot to answer back from Lucho. Straight to the dome of bang, but already damage is being done. Kills need to be reclaimed here, and you've got to be watching for all available angles. Zekken has been dropped. Bit of patience play still. Cleaning them all up. Kawazine now with 20 health. There's a multitude of weaponry to pick from. Not going for it though.
No, he's not going for any of it, because actually the guns have been dropped pretty far away in A lobby, and he just wants to try to take the timing.
Wait a second. That's a shot to the head, straight through the wall.
Too weak.
Yeah.
A fake. Now walking back into this mid pressure.
And Loud got more commands for themselves. Lots of bodies here. Pancada gonna try to escape. Double TP to try and get the hell out of dodge. SEN were quick to pounce onto that one, and here's another play being made.
That's so good.
He just slinks his way all the way up through C-Long.
Off the back of all of that mid-pressure, Zelsis walks up C-Long. Somehow manages to evade the timing on the operator watching that. Loud have got a call. A horrible decision to save here. And they're not going to get the gun on Lucio. Narrate really is taking over. I mean, he's finding so many opportunities to exert his will upon the game. But this round, got to give credit to Zelsis for finding phenomenal lurk timing.
140 jobber. Loud just need to keep these guns intact.
And I think Loud will look back on this round and just be kicking themselves for Digizine pulling off the timing.
One enemy remaining.
Yeah, damage done prior. We'll see if they can even keep one of these guns in check. The answer's no. Salvos, tricky spot to be playing into. You got your cage propped up, gives you a bit of safety, but okay, gun in hand.
He doesn't even get the chance to use the ultimate. I mean, what more are you looking for there?
Yeah. Walking up though into this trip setup. Lucio not relying onto this one, but when everybody's just steadily crawling up onto the line, a bit of raw spam there. Stinger in hand is not quite the gun for it. Still steps forwards. It's Zekken getting tripped up twice in the making. Double TP out and away. Pancada calls for that evacuation, just trying to play his life out. And Cam's going to be spotting out all sorts of business as well. These players are trying to swarm and hunt down the straggler that is Zelsis. But as mentioned prior, this guy is the hunter right now. He is the dangers.
He is the Eco Cobra.
Holding on to backside control. A lot of Uto going to be expended on top of it.
Dude, look at
see
Zelsis.
This rapid flank going to be occurring. He just needs his team to be buying time as well. You're seeing it ults offloaded. Armageddon as well, straight up the gut. And now Zelsis has to be that playmaker. Time is of the essence, but he's got to play it patiently, not give anything away into the moment. Darts up and overhead. A quick tap as well. What is the next line of defense for all of this? TP up close to the top lines. And Sentinels, they're going to scatter Loud to the wind. Just holding down the double doors angle. Down through the back on top of it. It's a bit of a weird one.
Go, go, go.
And Zelsis strikes, yeah. So he was just inserted over towards A.
He's ready to flood. Salvo's paranoia already. Could still be a scrap.
Man going down here, stepping forwards into the smoke. It's where it's going to be decided, essentially. Zelsis Quickly deals with Luke Show, and that's going to be the ult offloaded, but still, how the hell do you get value out of it? You don't. You just don't. Straight back to the spectator seats, and listen, 10 more bullets in the clip can't help you with that one. Oh my. Breaking. Needs to be a response realistically from Loud as well to try and clear up some of this space, but Pancada, flash to the corner, tight to the corner, no one's cleared it out, but it doesn't even matter. Luke Show himself, second, already forwards into the fight and might be able to just slip all the way behind, but NoFF is going to be revealing the job entirely. Can't quite take that timing, just feigns like it potentially could be. Gets his team straight back into it. Bang is also just trying to fake like he could be lurking up towards A. Util's used and the Cam just spots it out entirely. Salvos the next level and layer to all of this. Luke Show is online.
And it looks like he's ready to get this ace. Bang. Might end up walking straight into this.
30 seconds left.
Drop and exchange of the gun. Bang. He's got plenty of money, doesn't need to be worrying too much about that one, just wants to do economical damage at this point. But he's just been highlighted, and that's an ace! To get too much value instead. It's a pivot that's called for. Straight up through into Garage. Trip's going to be dealt with and deals with. Luke Show's just trying to at least delay him by a bit of time here. Pancada chooses that time to strike, but now he's the one being squeezed. Revealed his hand a little bit too early, but he cuts up the ankles. Luke Show and Pancada. They become that 1-2 punch. Heavy-handed with the swings, and Digizine just comes in delayed, but necessary. Pulling that one out, 20 seconds into the round.
Yeah, but bit of a weird timing to be going for it, for sure.
Second one for good measure. Throws this one down here. It's going to be that drone to try and clear close. That's broken though, and it's trying to bait Kawazine in. Something is going to be smelling off here for Sentinels if they're aware. They've got all their faculties. There's a flash and a peek around to the side, and Digizine, I don't even know if they're realizing that Kawazine asking you shall receive. They're going to try and push them back all the way up. Who is following up? That is the question. Intruder smoke, and it surely won't save you. Luke Show just narrowly off the mark with that one. Significant amount of damage done to John QT, and up a flash as well to push them back. Here's a fight in through Garage. Narrate just strikes from the side. It's a critical one. Digizine in and through. Sentinels. They're just filling the streets with blood. 2 years is finished. And then here's the second one. Lays it all the way down, up and over. This long-range artillery and an attempt to punish. Already gliding all the way into this fight. There's a lot of damage done. Needs to be the reinforcements. And oh, wow, Second just trying to slip his way in through that anchoring smoke, but didn't realize that that timing and tempo was taken by Loud already.
Digizine did a good job to stay alive in the midst of all of that. Got 10 HP. Still have an aftershock to try to keep out the first wave of this retake, but double flash available to Sentinels, and the recon's back in 5. They go early.
Oh my goodness, defense is ordered. Pancada needed a bit of a bailout, and he's going to be receiving it. Still, Sentinels just trying to take this one through stray shots. Potentially finding it here with the damage done to Digizine. It's a 2v2 that. Still health advantage for Sentinels. Walking all the way around here with a fault line, swinging in and trying to make that play happen. John QT left into that 1v1, isolate the fight, and win it out entirely. Time!
He's got it.
It's on his side.
What a recovery there.
11th round at this point. Now you do have open and easy access over towards B, and Digizine all the way in, and that's a shotgun into your face. You've got to be careful about that one, and a gun reclaimed, picked up. Bulldog.
Bang was worried that this was actually going to be a split into A. He didn't go and help Narrate.
Spike planted.
There are players everywhere.
Yeah, suddenly it's looking much more winnable with a kill like that. Yeah, laying claim to all sorts of lives. Luke Show will not be with a Bulldog in hand here. Got to try and break most of this util coming your way, but Narrate's in the danger zone. There's no anchor smokes to be helping him out here, but they want to try and flip their way in anyway. Zelsis is running knife out to try and catch that timing. Slight pocket to play in with the wall up against it, and aftershock. It's all being used to augment this attack.
Digizine looks really good on the entry. He's finding these pockets, being able to play inside of them.
Zelsis punishes that reload. Hold on, he's just spotted. Yeah, 3 players, but Luke Show straight from the back. Instead of lurking up through a lobby with just the 1 player potentially here, but Digizine is all the way in through the connector, in through the lurk, and he's causing chaos and carnage. Quick to capitalize as well off of most of it.
He's pulled them all off the A site.
Yeah, and this is it. Quick scurry as well, the tempo increase. How does SEN manage? Can they shut down this approach? Narrate from the high ground, there's no smoke in your face, and util in your hands to be denied at all. Second wants to just try and eat up most of these players. That's called for. It's going to be that cage into his face. A lot. How do you sidestep most of this util coming your way? You want to play inside of it. There it is. Hunter's Fury. Big reveal off to the side. It's exactly what was called for here. The Cam to try and pave the way, see if he can find a few more, and bang, will oblige, helping him out from behind. Over the shoulder with the bullets, but onto a purge. Luke Show trying to make the most of all of this action. Celsius cannot be cleared out.
In an opportunity to really get huge anchor value, but he might catch Luke Show.
Luke Show, yeah, just pulling out the dart there, and there's the second one. Okay, falling right into his trap. Celsius laying siege to this one, picking him apart at the seams. This is a rapid go-around.
Flank retake to avoid 2E's ultimate. They don't want to all be approaching from one direction.
So damn fast here as the rolling thunder to try and clear their way in through spawn. On top of it, it's an aftershock. Push them back and slowing them down. And here is the approach from the Sentinels player. This is where you need to find some value. Here and now, Dajin with the answer back, but John QT also from the side is laying them out. Haymakers, they have to try and deal with Zekin here while a distraction occurs and triple face up on top of it. How the table turns for Sentinels themselves. A 13-5